Okay. And today, we are very fortunate to have an international guest speaker from Thailand who will share her knowledge, research experience, and also professional perspective with us. And for the topic today is the psychology of work, applied industrial psychology for occupational health and safety. Hmm.
Thank you so much and good, Dr. Sitas, and
Yeah.
good morning, everybody. Is this
Good
a voice?
morning.
Yeah, it's okay. What's about the voice? How about the voice? Is this okay?
The voice is clear. However, I think the internet connection is a little bit low, so the video are not so
Okay, let's
in a good speed, I think.
let me share my slide.
Okay.
First of all, yeah. Let me share my slide. Okay, screen option.
Okay. Maybe before we jump to the main session, Dr. Niranyakan Chandra, let me read a brief summary from your curriculum vitae. Is it okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, let me
Yes, please.
share my screen. Wait a minute. I will share you all the CV of our speaker today. Okay. I hope
Okay.
everyone can see it. Okay. So, for today's session, our speaker today is Dr. Niranyakan Chandra from Virtue Chalumprakit University, Thailand. And Dr. Chandra is an experienced academic, occupational health researcher, epidemiologist, and reviewer with more than 20 years of teaching experience in medical, public health, and interdisciplinary programs. She currently serves as a full-time lecturer at Huachu Chalumprakit University and has also served as a special lecturer at Ratnati Bodhi Hospital, Mahidol University, and Chulalongkorn University. Oh, sorry, I think there is some technical error. Okay. And then regarding her educational background, Dr. Chandra earned her Doctor of Public Health in Epidemiology, Master of Science in Industrial Hygiene and Safety, and Bachelor of Science in Public Health with a specialization in Occupational Health and Safety, and all from Mahidol University, Thailand. Her academic and research interests include psychosocial work environments, mental health promotion, and then the workplace well-being. Sorry, I forget to scroll the screen. Workplace well-being, occupational hygiene, informal worker health, and then epidemiological modeling and ISO-aligned occupational safety systems. She is also a member of the International Commission on Occupational Health, or ICOH, a certified professional in occupational health and safety. And in addition to her academic work, she has been involved in occupational health consulting activities, including ergonomic evaluation and heat exposure prevention programs in industry. So, well, without further ado, I think it is my great pleasure to invite Dr. Niranyakan Chandra to deliver her presentation. For Dr. Chandra, the screen and the time are yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor. So I'd like to share my slide. Thank you
Okay.
for the best introductions to.
Would you like to share the slide by yourself, or should I help you to share the screen?
Yes, I can share it by myself.
Okay, great.
Is this okay? Okay, I would like to share my screen.
Okay.
Oh, wait for a minute. Stop sharing. Okay. Okay, good. I'm so glad to be a lecture to give a lecture here. So I would today we will sharing my experience and recall your memory about the industrial psychology in when we apply it into occupational health and safety in our career path. So in this topic, the industrial psychology, as we know that, do you have any question in your mind that why we have to learn about industrial psychology in occupational health? Because we have to work with the human, and the definitions of health from the WHO define that health also includes mental health. So we have to think about, and we to think about the healthy worker, right? So today we will
Sorry,
talk about the
doctor. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we haven't seen the screen yet. Is there any trouble? Maybe should we help you to share the materials?
Can you see my slide?
Not yet. We haven't seen
Okay,
your
okay.
slide.
Not yet. Okay. Window. Yeah. Okay. Try again. Is this okay, Doctor? Dr. Sita?
Still
Now
not
I share
appear.
my, yes,
It is
I
still
share
not
my
appear.
presentation. Yes, it's composed of the contents of this presentation. Did you see?
No.
This is then.
No. Okay, I think it is still in the process of screen sharing. Okay, not yet. Sorry. Maybe I can help you to present the materials from our side.
Yes, you can share from
Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Okay, I share it. I try to share it again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, is this okay? Yes, this presentation composed of four parts: the definition of industrial psychology, the second, the relationship and linkage of occupational health and industrial psychology, and the third, benefit of industrial psychology in occupational health, and the fourth part, sharing research experience in psychosocial hazard related to occupational health. So in all four sections, and first of all, I would like to ask you, why do you have to study occupational health and safety? I would like to invite you all to recall your memory why you decided to study occupational health and safety, or why we have to perform or imply occupational health and safety in the industry. Yes, because we understand the importance of occupational health in our life, right? And the objective of occupational health and safety, we would like to reduce occupational disease. First, to reduce occupational disease. Second, to reduce accident and injury. And the last, we want to reduce organizational loss. But in the real life, or from my past experience, when I taught to the Filipino student, in Thai student, and after I finished to be a safety manager in the industry, in many kind of industry, I found that occupational health and safety should be taught basic knowledge or principal knowledge in every occupation, because it can induce every people to concern that risk in their occupation, and also induce them to a concern about health promotion in their real life. So not only apply only in the industry. So I would like to recall your memory to think about worker health. We think about the principle and concept of industrial hygiene. Normally, we separated this type of hazards into 4 or 5 groups. The first group, physical factor. Physical factor. What's about physical factors? Such as illumination or lighting design, noise, right? Extremity temperature also include in physical factor. And what about biological factor? For biological factor, you have to think about microorganisms, fungi, bacteria, virus such as COVID-19, in not only in your workplace but in your household too, in your house and your residence. And what about biological factors? Sometimes we also include like a toxin from microorganisms. And what about the third group? Chemical factors. We think about acid, base, hydrocarbon group, or volatile organic compounds, dust or particulate, right? We also include in chemical factor. And the fourth group, ergonomics. When you think about ergonomics, what kind of work do you think are repetitive work can leading to be a ergonomics problem or musculoskeletal disorder, right? And in this group, some textbook includes economic and psychological or psychosocial factor into the same group, but some textbook separate psychosocial or mental health into the fifth group. So what's about psychological factor or mental health in this group? Yes, come from many related factors which might be affected to mental health because psychosocial or psychological factors. But if you concern about and try to promote healthy workers, we have to think about working environment. When we talk about working environment, you should think about the principal concept and theory of industrial hygiene, right? And don't forget to think about genetic disease, general disease. which may affect to their health, right? And don't forget to think about outside environment. Outside environment, the environment outside the building, because some industry, the worker have to work in fresh air, no air condition, right? So if PM 2.5 is higher than the standard, it might be affected to the respiratory system of the worker then when they work in the building with fresh air and breathing high concentration of PM 2.5 too. So we have to concern about the linkage between many factors might be affected to the worker health. When after I recall your concept of occupational health, industrial hygiene, so we have to concern and to know about the definition of industrial psychology. Normally, in industrial psychology, sometimes we call IO psychology or industrial organizational psychology. Industrial or organizational psychology normally is one part of the faculty of psychology. It's an applied science. We apply the knowledge of psychology or mental psychology into our industrial life. So we apply it as a scientific study to study about the human behavior in the workplace, especially in industrial life. And how to apply it? We normally apply it by we apply the knowledge of psychology into our workplace, into our industry. We, in order to monitor, in order to improve the workplace, improve productivity, because in the industrial life, we want to increase productivity. At the same time, we want to protect mental health of the worker and the well-being of the workers. And we also monitor and improve the organizational health. So when we talk about industrial psychology, it's two parts. Part one, industrial or individual personal sector, and part two, and the second part is organizational sector. So that means we cannot improve only individual level or in only organizational level. From my past experience in the previous part, I obtained the scholarship from the Thai Health Promotion Fund, and I found the research topic is what is the happiness. I tried to at the time I obtained the scholarship in order to develop happiness model of the Thai workers among the informal workers. So the research is all presented that we cannot develop only in organizational or outer side, but we should improve happiness from the inner side of the workers. So when we think about the poor psychosocial hazard or psychological hazards in our workplace, we should think about the left side present the subdomain of psychosocial or mental health factor, such as nature of job. Is it okay? Is it neat? They have to work fairly strictly, right? If we should concern about nature of the job. Second, we should understand the role or responsibility of the person. We have to measure is proper to the worker or not. And the third, interpersonal relationship. What about interpersonal relationship? Actually, you can answer me during my presentation. Interpersonal relationship, we think about relationship between you and your boss, between you and your coworker, and between you and your stakeholder, we call interpersonal relationship. And the fourth, value at work. Value at work that you concerned earlier. My job is very valuable for me. I obtain many compensation from my job. I will be promoted. I had achieved my life goal in advance, something like that. And for the job contents and the leadership also include leadership, quality of leadership too. Because like a dictator, the leader with dictator style, always order, always present and aggressive communication to the worker might be reduce the good psychosocial conditions. And what about work-family balance? Work-family balance, you can balance between your work and your family when you share with your family member, and career development or growth organization. If it's poor or have low score of psychosocial condition, it will present stress. The worker will get stress, anxiety, or some worker might get burnt out. What about burnout? Yes, when you think about your workplace, oh, I got headache every time. Or when you think about the school, oh, I had headache. Like when you think about homework, oh, I got headache every time. No meeting include all symptoms. Yes, the sign of burnout. And when you feel bad and got burned out for a long time. Oh, I don't want to contact to anyone. We call the symptom of isolation. Don't want to contact to anyone. And after you get on, you have the sign of isolation for a long time. Your mind power will be reduced, and it will be the leading cause of depression. And as you know, depression is a leading cause of commit suicide. So if you understand the negative effect, adverse effect of poor psychosocial condition, so it will lead to be a negative adverse effect to our health and mental health, and might be a leading cause of commit suicide. So today we will learn about industrial psychology. As in this slide, I assume the case from AI. What about the picture? The people acting in this picture? Yes. In this picture, is present the male worker and the leader, because it present orange hat, right? The leader and the male co-worker blame the female workers. In Thai, we call bullying. Yes. Male worker were bullying the female workers. And we call this event-based. Event-based in epidemiology, we call is abnormal conditions. Abnormal condition present the effect to case-based. Case-based is effect of case of the patients. So case-based, we found the female worker got mental stress, and in advance she will get burned out and take leave or quit from her work, from her job here, right? So we don't want to see this event in our organization, because when anyone quits from their job, we lost in human resource in our organization. We have to spend a lot of money to train our staff until their experience from the newcomer to be the skilled worker, right? So it's our expense. So to avoid this, how to avoid this? So we should think about industrial psychology. We should think about it as we perform in occupational health. Normally, we try to find the to perform like a hazard identification in occupational health. So in industrial psychology, we also apply the knowledge of industrial psychology to find the psychosocial hazard in our workplace. Because in psychosocial hazard can be the work can be equal psychosocial working condition. It will induce the workplace to be like to the worker to get stressed, to get burned out, and to get include both mental fatigue and physiological fatigue. And if the worker get both mental fatigue and physiological fatigue, normally it will be leading cause of accident. So it's presented that mental effect also affected directly to our organization. So in industrial life, we normally concern that, we have to perform, to control in Thai also, in many factory. In the Ministry of Labor in Thailand, we promote zero accident projects in Thailand. Mostly more than 80% of the factory in Thailand, we can perform zero accident. Now we move to control the economic problem, and the big company or big industrial group, they move to control psychosocial hazard. So that's why I come to share my experience to you today. Because they concern that primary benefit of when we perform industrial psychology and try to change control psychosocial hazard in our organization. We have to do like designing stress reduction interventions, such as today we will talk about meditation in individual level. We will talk about employee assistance program in the following slide. And first, we want to fostering psychological safety or promote, we call recently we call psychological safety or psychosocial safety to promote. In the previous part, we call safety culture. But some of safety culture, we talk about the psychological or mental health. So now we promote the words psychological safety, and we preventing turnover. As I mentioned you that turnover, that means it's presented that our organization lost our expense which we try to develop from the newcomer to skilled workers, right? So when we apply the industrial psychology in our organization or especially in industry, we want to promote both mental health and well-being to the workers. So we try to summarize that several key benefits when we apply the industrial psychology in your occupational health framework. We found that the first, psychosocial hazard management. Yes, we can control psychosocial hazard, which also include in one kind of hazard in industrial hygiene or in occupational health. So control psychosocial hazards, we have to mitigate workplace stressor. So we have to find which is the stressor in our workplace. Sometimes it might be come from rigid production quota, or they have too many orders from the client. That means the worker have to work for a long period, right? Or they have to work continuously. They have overtime work every day. So think about that. It might be affected to mental health of the worker. or come from poor management style, such as I told you, we have a dictator leader. The worker cannot share the idea or lack of self decision making, something like that, and have a work-life imbalance. Work-life imbalance, such as you have continuous overtime work every day. That means you spend a whole of your life in your factory, and you lack of participation with your family member. Sometimes have a family problem, and some worker have to divorce with your couple, right? With that couple, right? So think about that. So we have to perform the psychosocial hazard management. And second, job redesign and autonomy. Job redesign and autonomy. When we monitoring the psychosocial hazard in our workplace, the result might come from that unclear role and responsibility or workflow. So if we know the result like that, so we have to set up like a committee to analyze and perform like a risk management and try to think about to redesign the job and think about the autonomy to avoid the repetitive work, monotonous work, and try to induce the worker to understand about their right and responsibility in the organization. So if we perform like this, we can reduce the risk of burnout and depression in our workplace. And third, we have to perform like prevention of burnout and absenteeism. In the previous part, I also had done the research project about the sickness, absenteeism, and the psychosocial related to sickness, absenteeism. I will talk to you in the following slide. When we perform the prevention of burnout and absenteeism, we should be launch the wellness program to promote health promotion, to establishing flexible work arrangements, and to think about the company related to lead to reduce health related absenteeism, such as they have to face with the quality of leadership, their lack of inspiration when they work. It will be reduce the value of work, and think about the improve overall employee retention. And the fourth, to improve leadership style. Yes, one of subdomain of psychosocial factor includes leadership. So when we found the low psychosocial score is low because of leadership, so we come to set up the training and try to improve the skill of the leadership, such as effective communication, say the truth, and empathy program, such as in one hospital in Thai invited me to set up empathy program, how to make employee concern about our recognition about their health and well-being, and how to use the sensitive, what is the sensitive word we should be avoid when we talk with the worker. And the fifth, data-driven wellness is applied scientific evidence-based to, and when we collect in that, even we graduate and we work as a safety officer or occupational health manager in industry, we should design our working program systematically thinking step by step, and in each step we should collect the data and apply statistics in order to analyze the data And the result of the data will be the supportive reason to set up the effective program to improve our workplace and the quality of life of the workers. So please help me to think about happy workplace. Can share, you can talk together. What kind of happy workplace do you like?
Okay, maybe is there anybody who want to share their what is it?
I such as
Insight
me,
about
I
the
want
happy
to have
workplace.
like I such as me, I want to have an area of like a cafe in my workplace. We can work anywhere in Thailand. A big company also have like you can take leave and work anywhere. We didn't count as you take leave. You can work anywhere, such as when you drive in early morning to go to your office. But we faced with traffic jam in Bangkok, something like that. And I will go to office late. So I go back home and start working at home. Yes, we call
Yeah.
happy workplace, flexible working time. And what about you?
For personally, I think happy workplace is a place where I'm surrounded by supportive people, supportive team, and yeah, there is no bully, of course, in my workplace. I think that's my dream uh, workplace for me. And I think there is
And
a student who raised his hand. Can we call Agung Wilarso? Okay. Agung, please, you can open your camera and microphone.
yes, someone raised her hand.
Okay.
Oh, his hand. Yeah.
Hi, Agung. Unmute. Can you unmute the microphone, Agung?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
And turn on
Apakah tidak
microphone.
boleh itu ya? Max to unmute?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, hello, Miss Sita, and good
Hello,
morning, Mr. Ahmad.
Agung.
So, I love the question, how things that make a happy workplace. So for me, okay, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ahmad Agung Wilarso. I'm from Tri Occupational Safety and Health students, and I would love to share my dreams if I work as a worker, and then what is criteria from the happy workplace for me. Okay, so for
Saya
me, happy
screenshot
workplace
juga.
is like
Wait.
where the place that I'm agree with Miss Tita, where the situation and the atmosphere is really good and have a good friendship. And then I love to work at the place that have a good food, because good food is make me feel happy when when I'm feel anxious or something feel heavy. So I just eat the food, then food make me feel so good. And then I
Yes,
love
all right.
where the place can bring us, or intinya okay, so itu ya, my bad, sorry. So yeah, good place is really important for workers. So have a good canteen, and have a good atmosphere and good friendship is such most important things at work. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah, for sharing. Yes, happy workplace. You can have a good friendship, good relationship in your organization too. Yes, many people also share in the chat box. So please forgive me. I would like to come back to my presentation. Thank you for sharing. It's good for you, yes, because when you concern that you think about when you want to set up a happy workplace, you should you should think about when you feel, when you want to have a happy workplace. So what I should do. First of all, when I taught my student, I normally suggest them, don't please, if you want to get anything from the people, you should give them first. So that means when you want to set up a happy workplace, is in Thailand also, we come from the good relationship. Even some organization for my last research, I obtained a scholarship from the Ministry of Labor from the organization of TRs. We also found that when from the qualitative research, we also found that the result of interviewing presented that the worker love to stay for a long period until retirement period because they love their colleague, have an excellent relationship with the workers, with the co-workers, with the boss. So even the salary is not too high, but they have a good relationship like a relative. They love the co-worker like their relative or family member. So they decided to work there for a long time. So happy workplace, as you mentioned, let's have a good friendship there. We trust, we can consult with your friend. Yes, it's happy workplace. In my research, in my my dissertation, when I study in Mahidol University, the left side, I study about the topic is the psychosocial work environment model. I try to find about the research concept. I try to find which subdomain of social factor can predict the sickness absenteeism of the worker. So in the left side, it presents theoretical model. I include every related factor with my related to sickness absenteeism because sickness absenteeism is the output. One of the output which present poor psychosocial condition, right? Or unhealthy conditions in our organization. So I include all kind of all subdomain of psychosocial such as interpersonal relationship, value at work, job satisfaction, job content, work organization, and also include coping skill and health conditions of the worker into the model. And after that, I collect the data from the industrial worker, more than 500 workers in central part of Thailand. And after analyzed by structural equation models that of SEMs, and we found that the the important subdomain of psychosocial related to sickness absenteeism is includes the interpersonal relationship, which also include leadership and co-worker and leadership quality, right? And also related to coping. When now we are occupational health student and occupational health and safety student, right? So when we learn more about industrial psychology, we have to learn about the principle theory of the concept in industrial psychology, such as coping skill, coping theory come from Lazarus. Lazarus separated coping into two groups: problem-based coping skill, emotional coping skill. We have to learn about this coping skill because coping skill mean the coping skill mean like the ability of the person to solve the problems, right? And We also found work organization and job contents related to sickness, absenteeism. So if we found like that, that means we want to avoid sickness, absenteeism in our organization. So we should promote the psychosocial and the most important thing factor, health status. That means if we want to have a healthy workplace, healthy or promote healthy organization, we should concern about psychosocial and healthy worker too. So we have to perform health promotion together. As I mentioned you in previous slide, so industrial psychology, you have to think about the gap to bridging the gap between my body and industry. We want to promote healthy and productive worker. So it have combinations in three parts. Psychology, we should think about human behavior, cognitive ability, and perception. Because in biological science presented that if you have high information, high score of knowledge, but if you didn't concern or have cognitive ability or perception, you will not change your behavior. Such as when I inform many information about the negative effect of smoking, the smoker can do 100 score of smoking knowledge, but they want to change. They don't want to change their behavior because the low perceptions. They have low perception to change their behavior. So knowledge training, but not enough. You have to induce them to change, conduct them, convince them until they concern about the benefit of the thing that you want to change them, so they will change behaviors. In biological side, when you want to change behavior of the people, you have to do the same thing at least 6 months. And for the first part, psychology, and the second part, combine together business operations. You have to think about how to increase the productivity and efficiency. You have to think about the job design. But in job design, you should the concept of economics and psychosocial hazard management together to redesign the job. And in the sector of occupational health, we have to try to arrange to set up the healthy workplace to control, to avoid accident or injury inside our workplace, and also set up like a stress management or hazard stress and hazard mitigation program inside our workplace. So this will combine together the knowledge and activity together until we achieve the healthy, productive workers. So we combine together mind, body, and industry. As I told you that in the previous slide, so we have to think about the individual when we want to change behavior of the workers. We have to understand to decoding individual difference. My face is not similar to you. My mind also not think in the same way like you sometimes, right? It may come from the different basics experience. So you have to think about cognitive and mental. Intelligent learning ability might be different between people, right? And physical and sensory. Psychomotor skill, sensory acuity, and physical endurance. So you have to perform like a health promotion program, physical exercise to maintain physiological ability of the workers and try to arrange the safety workplace, safety environment to the workers. And don't forget to think about the affective and emotion or emotional change for them, like a personality trait, emotional stability, or in inertial psychology. In psychology, we call like a mental status, mental capacity, mental ability, right? And when we monitor everything such as job satisfaction or burnout, also set up like a health surveillance system in our organization. Yes, we monitor three part and understand about individual different. After that, we just know that how to conduct, how to convince the worker in every people. We cannot contact the people, every people in the same way, right? Because of individual difference. So, and in this part, yes, in this, right, designing the interface, human factor, you have to concern about and focus in the three area in this part. When we concern about human factor, area of the focus area 1, product and system design. Try to minimizing cognitive load. And yet we know that sometimes by observation from the expert, from you are safety officer, you are OSNS staff, you come from the observation when you walk through survey, your workplace, or you can correct the information by the interview or by the Google form, like a self-administrative questionnaire. The worker can come in and fill in their information by Google form to interview about the state of mental health at that time during work, something like that. And the focus area 2, we focus about the physical strain mitigation. You have to to think about repetitive stress, or when they have to work for a long period. Sometimes they get repetitive strain, repetitive work for a long period. They might get stressed, and after they get bored, as I mentioned you in previous slide, after they get bored, mental fatigue and physiological fatigue. And after they have to work like this for a long time, they might take leave and present sickness absenteeism. From the statistic, it's come from around 13%. And focus area 3, environmental stress. We have to monitoring and we have to arrange to set up good industrial hygiene or good working environment here, right? And when we perform in 3 areas, it will be present a good sensory input, cognitive processing, and it's also related to display control and workspace too. So the workers and the workplace also present the correlation together. So you have to think about both. That means we cannot separate between organization or workplace or just only improve in only the workers. We have to improve together. So in this slide, I would like to compare the structure of the structuring work for mental health. In the previous part, I call traditional approach. When we not apply in the previous part, in the past, we call traditional approach. But when we apply industrial psychology inside the industry, I call IO psychology approach. So we can compare such as skill variety and task identification or task identity. We found that in traditional approach, normally, worker come to the company and start working in the same posture, in the same time, in the same chair, continuously for hours. And what happened after that? Take a break for lunch 1 hour, and after that, come back to start repetitive work continuously for 4 hours, something like that. It's not good, right? It's we call traditional approach. And what's about the second? Autonomy and control. Autonomy and control. In traditional approach, the worker have to face with strict external control and rigid supervision. They have to, in the past, the worker have to follow the order of the leader strictly, and don't have, yes, and they have to follow step by step, right? But and at the same time, for feedback loop is present in management type. In traditional approach, ambiguous present ambiguous expectations, and infrequent annual reviews. That means in the past, some organization, the worker have only one chance at the end of the year to evaluate to the effective or the company goal. So they have one chance to get a feedback, to present their feedback to the management level. But when we apply industrial psychology in our organization or in the industry, we found that when we apply, it changes from repetitive to be multi-skill utilization. The worker have experience to work here, to work in this position, and allowing the worker to see a whole production line to start from the starting point to the end of point. And we can avoid or we can remove we call psychological monotonous or monotony. They have to work in the same way, but they understand well, my production line, or if we work late, it might be affected to another line. So they understand about the value of their work, and they will be concentrated in their work and also understand another production line too. And this one, autonomy and control, when we apply industrial psychology into the industry, the employee and they obtain empowerment. So employee empowerment, they know they have can be participate in decision making, such as we set up the committee and we invite the worker to join together. They can share about their working step. They have to follow WI, but the WI is not suitable for the recent situation. Can I share? Can I feedback? Can I share their knowledge, their information? Yes, we can reduce autonomous, and they have ability to control their works, and it can reduce the psychological stress. And the feedback loop. When we apply the psychology approach in the industry, so we monitor when we set up like a mental health monitoring system or psychosocial hazard monitor system inside the organization. When we set it's got system, so we monitoring it monthly, yearly, or every month, every year, every time when we have organizational change, right? So we have it and we decide we have feedback loop. If the worker faced with any problem, they can send feedback to the management level directly. Yes, it can reduce the performance and related to anxiety and reduce stress of the workers. So that's why we have to learn industrial psychology and apply in our occupational health field. If you didn't do anything on it, we didn't apply, we perform like the traditional approach, in the past, we might face with in this slide explain the step of the adaptation syndrome of mental health or stress. We call stress trajectory. Phase 1, when the worker come to work or newcomer. Phase 1 we call alarm or the spike. When they start working, they face with the stress, but they can reduce it by themselves. It just starts, so the stress is low, right? It's present in low level. And when they work for a long time, they move the stress become increased and move to the second phase we call resistance. That means the worker attempt to cope by themselves and try to adapt performance in order to reduce their stress. But the stress is increasing. So in this level, they try to reduce the stress by themselves, and sometimes they still have the skills to drain the stress. But if they have to work in the stressful condition for a long period, from the second phase, it will move to the third phase, exhaustion. Exhaustion, right? You when you did physical exercise and you have to do the physical exercise for a long period until you feel, oh, and I'm exhausted. What will happen? Yes, exhaustion. Is the stress increase higher and increase continuously until they feel that, oh, I cannot control by myself, and it might be affected to their mental health and health. It might be present depression, burnout, symptom of burnout, cardiovascular disease, like digestive system, problem of digestive system, or insomnia, right? In phase 3. So if we didn't do anything or apply industrial psychology inside the industry, the worker will move to phase 3, and it might be late to cope, to change, or to launch the prevention program to help them. So think about that. So when we apply it will be reduced, and it might be just only when we apply in the psychology, it might be only in phase 1, because many theory also such as in this theory, the theory I believe that you all understand and know familiar to the demand control model or DCM of the Professor Karasek, because job strength model. In job strength model, as we know, in the horizontal line, it presents job demand or volume of the work, right? And it for in the vertical line it presents control or latitude, decision latitude or decision of the workers. In this theory on the model of the Professor Karasek, if you have high job demand, that means volume of work is high, and you have high control. That means, even the job is very high quantity, but I also have high efficiency to control to do it. I can move it, I can solve and work well in this position we call active. But in working condition, DCM or job strength model is separated into the worker into 4 groups: active, low strength, positive. But what is the list and high strength? High strength is the list of the worker, because job demand is high, but their ability to control the job is low. So Hi-Sen will present the stressful condition to the workers, and you have to monitor in this group and aware in this group, because this group might get burned out, easiest to get burned out and present depressive symptom in your organizations. So that's why we have to learn about the basic concept of the psychological or psychological theory to apply in our occupational health field. So if you want to avoid, because as I mentioned in previous slide, industrial accident may become from the mental fatigue or physiological fatigue. So this slide presents psychological precursor in industrial accident. Normally it comes from fatigue, yes, both, as I mentioned, both mental fatigue and and physiological fatigue. Mental fatigue or mental error, right? Such as you lab time, right? You forget, you miss many kinds of mental fatigue, right? And the fatigue also be a related factor or leading cause of accident. And don't forget monotony. Monotony, the psychological boredoms causing lapse in attention, or because they have to work, or they have to work in a high repetitive work for a long time, and no challenging or under challenging and under stimulating tasks, so they have to work for a long time in this posture. I have to come to work in the same way in the production line. The step of work have 10 steps, and I have to work like that for 10 years. And I too have to work in this position in the same step until retirement period. What do you think? What will they feel? Yes, you understand that. So that's why I suggest you to apply sometime to reapply multitasking to them to change their posture sometime, or set up like rearrange the workplace area to them. And the last with my list related to industrial accident proneness and human error. Don't jump, don't neglect the accident corner or human error. Like in the factory in Thai, we focus in zero accident promotion, but now most of big company move to understand about near miss, because near miss present that the cause of near miss present the undeserved event. It might be a leading cause of accident, may lead to be the accident, right? Such as unsafe condition, or solely it's nearly to get accident, but no accident or loss anyway. So we have to think about the accident proneness and human error. So we have to keep record about the near miss, about accident prone and human error, and after that, don't blame them. In industrial psychology, when we want because I also, before I come to be the university lecturer, I had ever been a safety manager. I also had ever create the internal audit in CP Jalern Pokapan Group, internal auditing system inside. So I normally teach my student, when you want to change the behavior of the worker, don't blame them. Try to make them understand the benefit of behavioral change to be a safety safety behavior or something like that. And when we monitor, as we concern, psychosocial factor is the most important and one kind of the hazard that we should control, right? So we have to apply the knowledge of health surveillance system in physiological ability, and in our health, we apply health surveillance system to monitor our health condition, right? So we also have to think about surveillance. We apply, but we apply like a psychological monitoring. We keep the record about psychosocial condition, psychosocial score of the workers. We perform industrial hygiene monitoring. We have to record related factor in psychosocial factor. You have to think about ability, leisure activity. We have to think about the training, right? Training course that the worker have experience to join the training course. We have to record about their like disease history, health historical record about the disease, especially NCD, right? We call chronic disease, and we try to perform like a causal relationship from literature review of the research. And in industrial psychology, you can apply the knowledge such as DCM or job strength model of Professor Karasek to like classify the worker, like we classify the worker into similar exposure group. So in mental health also we classify the worker in similar exposure group, and in order to monitor the high risk group, and we monitor by the mental health risk check-up. We apply this theory, right? Pre-employment, when they come to our department, oh, they're still happy. During employment in every year, such as in Western country, they monitor mental health in every years. And post-employment, after retirement, they're still happy. They still don't have NCD because related to their poor mental health status. So think about that. In this slide, I also teach for the gift to the medical student in Chulalongkorn and Mahidol University. And in this slide also for the medical student and you all too. So please collect the related information such as in mental health when we want to monitor psychosocial factor, record keeping about the sickness absent, number of sick leave, number of leave, turnover rate, and performance evaluation. And after that, bring the data to perform the evaluation or observation by professional or expert, and perform evaluation of mental health psychosocial by measurement each year or yearly evaluation, and do a record keeping US3, and set up stress reduction program. If we found which subdomain of psychosocial is the problem of the workers, so we have to set up stress reduction program or psychosocial safety program or employee assistance program, and we should record and evaluate it continuously in every year. So I believe that two slides will give you a concept to set up the system in the organization in industry. And after that, after we understand the system, so we have to learn about how to evaluate in industry. Normally in industry, we cannot attach the equipment into the workers, but we can also have many kind of questionnaire to monitor the worker mental health. So I call a psychosocial measurement tool as I present. So I try to summarize the outstanding character of the questionnaire. As a COPSOQ, now the recent version is COPSOQ version 3. It's when you want to apply, it's suitable to apply to correct the data overall health measurement in the organization. It have to or 3. It have a long version, medium version, and short version. It depends on you when you want to use it. But it's include many factors, and it developed in Denmark. Yes, Copenhagen in Denmark. So it might be not suitable to Asian country, such as in Thai. When we apply the COP/SOQ, some question is not suitable for Thai workers. And JCQ or ERI or effort reward or job control questionnaire, we normally apply it to measure the appropriateness and workloads inside our organization. And if you want to monitor the effect or the adverse effect of psychosocial hazards in your workplace, you can apply MBI or K6 to measure mental fatigue and burnout. And when we want to apply and include all working environment, we call OHW or occupational health work questionnaire. Is measure multiple core area of the modern work environment. So it depend on you if you want to monitor. But yeah, such as COP/SOQ include all many factors in the organization, include bullying. So it depends on you. But if you want to monitor directly to psychosocial factor, you should find the suitable. Such as in Thailand, I obtained the research grant from the TIOS or Thailand Industrial Thailand Occupational Safety and Health Association in Thailand under the Ministry of Labor, because we concerned that some questionnaire developed for Western country might not suitable. The question might not suitable for the Thai workers, and we want to develop the direct psychosocial measurement tool for the Thai people. So they gave me the research grant to perform like this, and I start from I had to perform both qualitative study and quantitative study, from the in-depth interview and focus group from the Thai worker around Thailand in all area of Thailand. And after that, I developed the questionnaire which come from the expert, come from literature review, come from the worker interviewed. And I bring every domain that they mentioned to be included and develop the questions inside the questionnaire. And after that, I collected the data from the workers in all regions of Thailand. And it presented that work family, but the subdomain, important domain of psychosocial factor include work family balance, leadership, interpersonal relationship, role and responsibility, value at work, and work organization and organizational governance, like this. And when we test by the high quality of the quality statistic, such as a structural equation model, we found that it's suitable for the Thai people. So this project, the questionnaire will be trained to the industrial to the factory in Thailand in next year, and we will apply to fill in the platform for the factory in Thailand in next year too. So if you want to develop the equipment monitoring equipment or monitoring tool like this, you can I can give advice you. When you want to monitoring in the psychosocial condition in your workplace, I also would like to apply would like to apply the knowledge of occupational health, we separate leading factor and lacking factor. Leading factor are the cause or input, and lacking factor is output, right? So psychosocial hazard measurement, policy review, role and responsibility review, safety culture, hazard identification, hazard evaluation, and occupational health improvement program. We input set given this way, the left side is input. But when we give an input inside our organization, we have to monitor lacking factor, right? We measure happiness of the worker. In high, we have the tool we call happinometer, and stress measurement tool, burnout monitoring to measure the burnout score. If high, we have to set up the program to help them. Depressive symptom monitoring questionnaire, workers' performance, number of turnover rate, right? When you input the health promotion program, number turnover rate, or mental health improvement program, number of turnover rate should be low, right? Sick leave should be low, right? Medical expense should be low, and burnout and depressive symptom of the worker should be low, right? And worker performance should be increased, right? Working ability or efficiency of work should be high, right? So if when now we move to when we monitor in the organization or in the organizational level, so we think about the control and countermeasure of the psychosocial hazard. When we want to control, as I told you that we will control when we found that it's not good. We need the improvement of our organization. We also have to improve in both in individual level and organizational level. So I classify it into tier one. Tier one, we have to perform organizational climate or promote psychological safety culture in your organization, right? When we found that lack of sleeping period, your worker come, that look like they face with a mental problem, lack of sleeping period. So we talk together. Do you have any question? Yes, they can consult with the leader. Leader should be trained about the communication, effective communications, right? And actually, in psychological safety, the leader should be trained about counseling skill. Is special, right? Different. So special counseling skill. Yes, organization. And the tier two wellness program, you call maintenance. Because we are, as I mentioned you, that you should concern about wellness, when physical exercise. We should arrange our workplace by economic concept, right? And for the individual level, sometimes we have to promote physical exercise, meditation to release their stress. When they got stressed, they have to release their stress by meditation, physical exercise, and coping skills. Yes. And tier three, employee assistance program. We should apply or imply to set up employee assistance program in your organization to support the workers, to support the employee who got a stress for a long time. They can come to consult the expert in this program to avoid burnout or depressive workers in your organization. So I try to summarize. Yes, if you can do the best thing in the left side, or we call it, on the left side we call psychosocial factor or psychosocial hazard. If it yes, leadership, governance, good governance, work family balance, job demand, responsibility, interpersonal relationship, role and responsibility, and value at work. Yes, we can control it, and we try to do it, improve it. So in individual level, we should improve skill, apply the skill develop, growth mindset building, and health promotion. social support and psychological safety culture, or empathy program to the workers that to improve the interpersonal relationship. As I mentioned, in the previous, according to previous slide, employee assistance program in Thailand, most of the company in Thailand now we promote the employee assistance program or EAP inside the organization. EAP is a welfare program to provide the organization to its employee. This program will support and care their mental health and overall well-being. For instance, when the worker have mental health problem, they can come to visit the expert. The expert might be a psychologist or counselor with the employee, invite them to support their employee in EAP program. And when they visit, they will feel free because I will use nickname. My nickname Guy, so I can when I visit the doctor or the psychiatrist or the counselor here in EAP program, I just only told the doctor, my nickname is Guy. Well, today I have mental health problem, blah, 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 and consult with the counselor. After that, they just only record, Guy come to visit you in the topic of and I gave the consult that to something like that. In EAP program, so they will trust and they feel free to consult the expert more than consult with their co-worker or the leader. So this program is the effective program in Thailand. And not only EAP in Thailand, we also have many programs such as return to work. But in this slide, I would like to present the benefits of EAP program. You have to concern that's why it's the most effective program in Thailand because EAP can improve employee productivity. It's normal, it's general, right? When we are the worker happy, so the productivity will be high, right? And reduce employee overrate. So that means this program is very effective to the organization, right? Because it avoids the loss of organizational loss and expense of the organization. And 3, enhance employee engagement. They can participate in all the organization, and it will increase value at work score. Right? And increase employee participation to participate in increase employee retention and reduce workspace violence and accident. Because when we are the worker or when we have to work for a long period in a stressful condition, sometimes we cannot control our emotion. So it might leading to be violent inside the workplace. And support disaster emergency need. And the last benefit, support employee during change, such as when you want to promote them. You believe that to promote your staff to be a manager, they should be happy, right? But actually, inside their mind, they might not happy. They might get stressed. I am not sure I can do it well or not, right? So if you have EAP, you will understand what's about the change and the mental health of the workers. As I told you that not only EAP, we also have like a return to work program in Thailand. We have this program also supported and promoted by Ministry of Public Health and Ministry of Labor. This program was designed to assess and assist employees when they take sickness absence for a long time because of their illness, injury, or accident. and before they come back to work, return to work will help them to improve their working ability until it achieves the requirement of the new work, such as they from the normal worker they got accident, they become a disability workers. So in this program we will test their mental health that before come back to work and working ability too. The concept, as I told you in many previous slides, because we want to concern about quality of work life. So we monitor in everything, health, safety, mental health, and try to develop to as a work-life balance. Yes, when we talk about quality of work life, it includes everything about mental health and health together. And after that, we can improve the quality of work life, like in this slide. And if you want to promote a healthy organization blueprint, this is present the concept. Cannot present in only individual. So we have to think about the individual. Yes, assessment and fit the individual level, economic and design the task level, right? And the climate and support the environment in your organization together. It will improve the healthy, productive workers. Everything the expert also concerned. So we have in occupational health, we have to learn ISO 45001, right? Smartics is Smartics ISO standard in occupational health. But now we have ISO 45003. The top important topic of this ISO because mental health and well-being. So in this standard, I try to summarize and present happy and well-being cycle. When you want to promote ISO 45003 in your organization, should think about happy and well-being cycle. Set up the workplace challenge, workplace culture, and psychological safety culture. Yes, like this. And workplace should be the people, physical and mental health with parity. They have the participation and empathy inside, and responsibility share and to share the collective responsibility to each other, and skill and confident leadership, role modeling. Where think about this cycle, it will help you in advance. So after we think about organizational level, so we move to individual. I try to classify the activity in individual level in this slide. We have to perform health promotion. We have to perform growth mindset, coping skills, stress reduction technique. For health promotion, such as for health promotion, you have to promote physical activity to maintain, to measure our body mass index or BMI, right? To avoid NCD, right? And for growth mindset that means you try to improve, to be trained and improve the worker about the personal intelligence, ability, and talent to develop and enhance over the time through effort, effective strategy, learning, and persistence. This slide I compare between growth mindset and fixed mindset. For the concept of growth mindset, we try to make the people to believe, to change their belief, their mindset that the activity can be developed. We can move it, we can do it better. We're happy to learn the new thing, something like that we call growth mindset. But for fixed mindset, it's quite different because of fixed mindset. The ability Oh, it should be performed the same way. It cannot be changed. It's so difficult to change. It's called fixed mindset, like this. Because when we have growth mindset, it's easy to accept the new knowledge. We can move together. We can improve together, right? I would like to ask you, which activity can increase endorphin? Because you want to perform health promotion, it also include improve mental health too. Endorphin hormone we call happiness hormone in Thailand. We know that endorphin is happiness hormone. So playing. Yes, I also observe the research in Muslim, we call Islamic praying, right? And the research also presented that in Buddhist or in Islamic praying also increase endorphin, increase slightly, yes, increasing slightly, yeah. For physical exercise, if you perform physical exercise such as I love Zumba dance. Do you know Zumba dance? Yes, dance with the song, right? Like cardio dancing, right? So physical exercise. You are you when you perform physical exercise, your endorphin hormone will increasing rapidly, but it will be maintained only 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. I observed the result, supportive research result from Harvard University. They study about physical exercise and compare with many activity, right? And the last activity normally promoted meditation. I also found the Islamic meditation. In Buddhist, we also practice meditation. When you practice meditation, it's present it's normally present in the increasing of endorphin hormone. It increase slightly increasing, but it will be stable if you practice meditation every day. It will be stable like you walking in a high mountain for a long time, so it's increasing higher, and it help can endorphin can and many kinds of meditation can increase endorphin, such as in this slide, yes, we have when we observe, we try to I try to group the meditation. It present 10 types of meditations. But for the and the research also support research finding also support the meditation. If you found that the worker gets stressed and or got stressed and come to visit you in your office, the study or many research also supported that when you practice meditation, it can reduce or maintain your blood pressure into normal level. When the study with in this slide, yes, it's me, where the EEG, yes, electroencephalogram to measure about the electrolytes in my brain, right? And found that when we practice meditation and to move to the concentrate in one point, meditation is move to this one. That means and if monitor with endorphin, the endorphin will be increased. And too many research about yes, MRI also made apply to measure the effective of meditations. If you want to know more, you have to follow the Associate Professor Matthew Sachs in the Harvard University. He is a director of meditation center. But as I told you, you should promote physical exercise in your organization too. Yes, I try to summarize the effective of meditation from many research like this in this slide. Such as when we practice meditation, the neurotransmitter such as adrenaline, GABA, norepinephrine, acetylcholine, glutamate, or dopamine will be stable, and the dopamine and endorphin will be increased and present positive effect to our health. But serotonin, when the serotonin level is not, it might be present the depressive symptom. But when we practice meditation, the level of serotonin will be stable like this. Yes, serotonin body affect mood. Yes, it's stable. If it's imbalance, it might be leading to make trouble sleeping and depressive symptom. Right. In this picture, in this slide, it present the Thai people come to after work. They come to the temple and practice meditation to release their stress, and the endorphin and dopamine and many neurotransmitter is better, so it increase the mental power of my mental my power. And when the my power is high, that means you will have ability to do the better thing with your and achieve many things by yourself. Like in this slide, we apply the one kind of we call one kind of meditation we call Vitisar Samadhi. Vitisar Samadhi, we practice meditation only 5 minutes a day, 3 times a day. Just only think about one word in your mind. In Buddhist, we think about Lord of Buddha. We pray Putto, Putto, Putto inside our minds for 5 minutes, 3 times a day. In the factory, I also suggest them to after lunch, they just only practice meditation for 5 minutes, and after that, the mind power increase and will ready to start working in the afternoon sections. I had ever applied Vitisar Samadhi to one case of commit suicide patient. They got burned out for a long time. She got burned out for a long time, and she became to have a commit suicide idea in her idea that burn out for a long time, lack of value of how to have a life. So she came to visit me, just only one sentence. She want to change her job, but I have counseling skill. At the time I asked her with the open-end question. Do please explain for more detail why you decided to change your job? And I already asked her about it by the open-end question until I found that she explained me more and more by answer my open-end question until I found that she have to work in a stressful condition for a long time. And I asked her about the open-end question until she presented that the toxic leader is her stressor. Is that why I suggest you that when we want to promote the leader, we should train them about the counseling skill to them, about the effective communication to them too. And I would like to let you know about SKT meditation therapy. Now this technique promote in many countries and was translated into 6 languages and also translated into Indonesian language too. I take and translate into English, into German into Spain, into Mandarin, and apply the research in Indonesia too, but I cannot remember the name of the researcher. This kind of meditation, SKT, yes, we try to balance between breathing in the air come to our body by breathing in through the nose, breathing in slowly, breathing in deeply, and breathing out. The air should be through out by mouth. So breathing in by nose through the nose, breathing out by through the mouth, and breathing in deeply and breathing out slowly. Right. We call SKT1. If you interested in this technique, you can follow via YouTube. Just only type SKT meditation therapy. And I would like to show you something in Thai. We also have physical exercise to promote in our workplace. Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Should we move to
okay,
the Q&A
okay.
session, Doctor?
Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Since we only have around 10 minutes remaining and we don't want to take too much of your time, I think we will limit the Q&A session for 3 questions first. And there is already a question in the chat box from Mrs. Yuliani
Yeah.
Stianingsi. She is one of our lecturer in our department.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. Yuliani asked, can developing a hobby be used a way to reduce work stress?
Can developing hobby by using reduce works. And okay, the first one. Let me okay. In my opinion, happy workplace is that like workplace bullying. Okay, right? Okay. Case of stress worker and it have so supportive environment for every employee in the workplace, right? Yes, that's why I suggest you to to train the effective communication, because we should when we want to contact to each other, trust we should trust them with empathy, right? To in psychology in psychological technique, we also have we have to apply many techniques, so that when we want to speak or to say the word something, we should think about, if we say the word to the other people, what they will think about, or if they say this word to me, what we feel. So we will concern about other feeling, other emotion. So we can avoid the bullying inside the workplace. We call effective communication technique.
Yeah.
Can developing a hobby by using a way to reduce work stress? Yes, like me. It depends on, as I told you, that individual difference. But uh, when you concentrate in your hobby, or when you're happy to work, such as after work, I love cooking. When I get sad, okay, I go to the kitchen, I cooking, do everything. Or I like Zumba dance. When after work, I get stressed, I do the Zumba dance. I dance for half an hour, and after that, endorphin is high, right? Endorphin is high, increase endorphin. After that, we will happy, and after that we will focus and concentrate the problem, the work problem in our work, and try to solve it with a effective way, right? And
Okay, thank you for
thank
your
you, Dr.
insight.
Niranya for sharing. Would like to gain more insight into some mental health program we can imply in the workplace. Yes, in Thai, we apply many program now. I developed some program to the Thai in factory, set up like a monitoring program like a health surveillance, but apply to be mental health surveillance in the workplace, and also promote meditation, promote physical exercise. We compare the like a body mass index. Yes, you should have a healthy and slim worker inside. And we have like a reward. If you can control your BMI, you and lower than 23 or 22 BMI, you will achieve the reward, get an award inside the organization. We have, okay, the question. We have worker allowance, we earn low wage. Yeah, and have high workload, especially. Yes, the research that I study in happiness model in Thailand, I perform in among in the informal sector. What mental health improvement program and okay. Informal sector in Thailand also be the lowest happiness score group in Thailand too. So if you want to promote to improve their happiness, so you should we have steps. We should ask them about their life goal first. We call a participatory study, right? When we ask them about the life goal, just only one thing. Which is your life important, the most important of your life goal? If they can answer, so we try to convince them how to achieve your life goal. Such that in case of NCD, informal worker, they have a few of money, but they have NCD. After interview, it presented that they want to their life goal. They want to see her daughter graduate from the university, but she has NCD diabetes, and so after she found that she want to have a long life to see a graduation, to join graduation day, she decided to change their behavior. But not only her to solve this problem, the family come to join together and set up like a commitment. Don't be in the desert inside into their house. They control their weight and BMI. Yes, right. We work together, and at the same time, we should promote how to increase their income. Program we join together in this project. The next question. I have a question. Okay. The older generation of worker do not take psychosis seriously. Do have a certain approach of them take care. Okay. Sometimes when you have to work in another generation, you have to know about their lifestyle in the previous part, in the past experience. And if you respect their experience and invite them or bring them to share the experience, especially working experience, they will appreciate in your behavior. And after that, you just only share your because you are different generation to me. I also accept to the behavior of the student. I also ask them, what is your interesting things we can share together in some activity. After that, when we join in some activity, we will familiar with each other, and after that, the relationship between in your workplace will be better. Okay, every question I believe that I can answer in every questions. Actually, in Thai we promote from the Department of Health, we promote chicken dance. Yeah, I believe that all of you know chicken dance, right? Yes, inside the industry to promote health promotion too. Okay, that's all my presentation.
Thank you so much for the insightful and comprehensive presentation, and also for the engaging discussion, Dr. Niranya Kanchandra. Unfortunately, due to our limited time, we have to conclude the session. Maybe let me read a brief summary from today's session, Doctor. So from today's presentation, we have learned that occupational health is not only about protecting workers from physical, chemical, biological, or economic hazards, but also about understanding psychological and psychosocial aspects of work. I particularly appreciate how the presentation can connect industrial psychology with practical occupational health and safety intervention, from psychosocial hazard assessment to workplace programs and organizational support. So for today's session, it has reminded us that creating a safe and healthy workplace requires us to understand not only the physical working environment, but also the human and psychological dimensions of work. Once again, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to Dr. Niranya Kanchandra for sharing her valuable knowledge, experience, and perspective with us today. And on behalf of the undergraduate program of Occupational Safety and Health, Universitas Diponegoro, I would once again like to thank you for being with us today. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. It's my pleasure to support you and hope to see you in person, right?
Sure,
Thank
I
you
hope to
so
see
much.
you maybe in Thailand one day. Thank
Thank
you.
Yes, take care of your health and mental health too.
Yeah. See you again, Doctor.
See you again.
ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
ขอบคุณค
Nice
รั
to
บ
meet you.
Nice to meet you too ขอบคุณครับ
Okay, we may leave the Zoom. Thank you so much for all the audience for joining the session
Thank
today.
you
Thank
Miss
you.
Chita
Thank you, Mrs.
to being a
Juliani.
good moderator
Yeah.
today. Thank you very
My
much.
pleasure. Thank you, our student, all
Thank
beloved
you
student.
our student, all of you. Mwah. Mwah.
Nggak ada reaction love apa gimana
Enggak
gitu.
aja.
Kita reaction
Nggak
sendiri,
denger.
bro. Oke,
Mwah. Thank
thank you
you.
semua. Boleh
Bye-bye.
nih. Ya, Assalamualaikum.